Okay, welcome. Today we have Animal Guides Tarot. Okay, Radleigh Valentine. It is set up to be a 78 card deck. So it's more of a tarot than it would be an oracle because it follows the tarot, obviously. Okay, on the back gives you a couple of examples of some of the cards. This is my the worst thing, and this is why I decided to start making some videos, because I can't stand only having these cards to represent the entire deck for me. I want to see the deck. I want to experience the deck. So anyways, it's made published by Hay House. I am in their club. Okay, the card deck club. Okay, and then this is an early release I got, so it will be coming out, well, probably by the time you see this, March 2024. So all the ones I got are early releases. So it is. I don't get anything from Hay House, but I thought this is a real efficient, money mindful way of increasing my my deck collection and have more for you guys. So here's the book, quite thick, soft cover, obviously. Okay, it takes us, let's see here, it takes us to the beginning. We have the table of contents, how to work with the cards, how to get to know your guides, different layouts. Then they go to the major arcana. And there's no pictures or anything, but we don't need the picture because we'll probably have the card right in front of us anyways. The dreamer is the shepherd puppy. Oh, and we have him right here. So how about we just go to the deck? Oh, look at that. My favorite, sunflowers. Daisies. Daisies are the only thing that trumps sunflowers in my book of flowers, believe it or not. Okay, so we have this beautiful deck. Now, it doesn't look from the back of the deck uh, that it is a reversible deck, and I don't think I saw anything when I was looking about a reversal meaning. So when that's the case, and it does come out upside down, you can go to your knowledge of the tarot and how the card represents itself, proving I'm not AI here, represents itself under the tarot when it's in a reverse layout, or you could just put extra significance and weight towards that card being dealt. Okay, so obviously quite a big deck, huh? Quite a big deck. So the first one here is the dreamer, and it's the shepherd puppy. And so you are going to be starting a new journey, a new adventure. Run free and take a leap of faith. Very much like the Fool card. In fact, there's the Fool's suitcase. You know, just a towel with a couple of belongings inside of it. We don't need much on our adventure at this point in time. It's about experiencing the beauty, the magic of it. So the card's very nicely laid out. And, as you look at it, you may, ask yourself, why is the angel standing here? Are they guarding us? Are they whispering messages to us? Are they setting the stage for our new journey? And we'll just go through some of the cards here, just so that you can get a good look of, especially the major. Okay, so we have the magician second. The high priestess is the owl. The empress. The emperor. Oh, isn't that interesting? He's a deer mouse. Structure and organization are important right now. Don't be afraid to take on a leadership role, as you have much wisdom to offer. Well, deer mouse. Okay. Unity. The lovers. Unity would have been the Hierophant in a regular deck. The chariot. Justice. The hermit. The wheel, the strength card, the awakening, which is usually the hangman. the release. Usually the death card. Balance. Usually temperance. The ego. It's not coming to me. I see it in my head. I've been talking about it nonstop too. It's like one of the popular cards that have been out lately, and it's just not coming to me. So, life experience is the 16. That would normally be the Tower card. The Star is the Star. We have the Moon, the links for the Moon. The links for the Moon, I wonder why. It's important to trust your intuition even if you're unsure about what's happening. All will be revealed soon, so worry is unnecessary. It kind of makes, too, if you're a novice card dealer and you want just a little bit more than just the card. It gives you just a little brief description there that you can start to maybe tune into your thoughts. If the symbolism isn't coming out to you or something isn't talking to you from the card itself, from the artistry itself, then it has a little bit of a blurb down here that you can at least start talking. And once you start talking, usually just allowing your intuition to take you away with your talking will drive you right home to what you're supposed to be saying. The Sun, renewal is the 20, so that would normally be the Judgment card. The World card, 21. And then we start with the Ace of Fire. So they're doing fire, so it's not wands. I don't know why I had a problem saying that. And it's all color coded. So the royal purple here was for the major arcana. The fire cards are all in this red border. Then we have the water. So that's our cups. Okay, and let's just go to the royalty fast here to see what they do with the royalty. We've got the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, so they don't change any of these names. Queen of Water, sorry, I'm saying cups. King of Water. Oh, my son would love that. He loves penguins. Okay, and then we have the Air, so our swords. And then we follow that through to the green here, which would be our pentacles. Okay, so, and, you know, we'll go through the pentacles here so we can look at them, right? The 1, we got the 2, this is a cute little cat. 3, first place. 4, the squirrel. 5, what the heck is that? Oh, a manatee. 6, got the kiwi. There we are with the 6 energy. The cow. The parrot. The parrot is for the 8, I believe. 8, yeah. We got the 9. We got a ragdoll cat. 10 is the golden retriever. Oh, do you guys remember Buster and Peanut? Okay. Tabby cat for the page. We've got the Knight of Earth, which is the seahorse. We have the Queen of Earth, which is the Belgian hare. And then we have the King of Earth, which is the Irish cob horse. Okay, I'll read that one just because I want to. And this one, even with our royalty in the deck, we have a couple of key words even emblazed at the top here, which would be compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and grounded. Everything's going to turn out great. Projects will be stunningly successful. Exciting new career opportunities are possible, and money or resources that come your way will be invested wisely. So there you have it. Now we'll do a little reading here. It's going to take me a few minutes to shuffle this a little bit, but we will get it shuffled. And we'll see what kind of message comes out if you show up to any reading. To any reading. I've had people hit my readings from like 10 years ago, and they're just like, wow, I stumbled upon this and it was exactly what I needed to hear today. So never think that your angels are misguiding you. They are, in fact, probably bringing you exactly to the message you need to hear. So when something pops up like that, pay attention. Okay, let's give it a fast shuffle or two. And we're just going to ask for the divine intervention to come in here and pick a couple of cards for us, just so that we can walk through how to use the deck. Okay, so our first card is the Page of Air. Logical, truthful, curious, undiplomatic. The Seagull. So this is an intellectual challenge. No, I can't read it. Sorry, I tried. This is an intellectual challenge that calls upon your ability to think of a matching solution. If helpful information is put to you bluntly, accept the message without being bothered by the messenger. Sometimes we get quite emotional and wow, that was abrupt, or that was blunt, or couldn't you have smoothed it a little bit for me, kind of thing. So uh, so here we are with the Seagull, and we'll go to the page and see how the book reads for us. So we have the Page of Air here. Beautiful card. Absolutely beautiful card. An intriguing intellectual challenge, kindness and compassion, kindness and communication. Changes or delays that require your attention. This situation speaks to your ability to think your way through any challenge that is being presented to you. Because emotions are not always engaged with the Seagull, it's important to remember to be compassionate. In your haste to solve a problem, you could speak more harshly than you mean to, or helpful information may be delivered to you in not the kindest of ways. Check contracts very carefully and gratefully accept objective feedback. The Seagull represents a person who is excellent at assessing and solving any intellectual problem in a flash. However, the desire to be of assistance and be purely analytical in a purely analytical way of thinking means she might communicate her solution rather curtly. Logical, truthful, curious, and rather undiplomatic, she is resourceful in a pragmatic way that may accidentally leave out the pleasantries. She doesn't mean to be unkind. In fact, she realizes she has hurt your feelings. She will be very apologetic. Just remember, she's brilliant and has great ideas, so heed the message, ignore the messenger. If you can see past her lack of compassionate communication skills, she will be of great help to you. Seagulls are clever birds who learn, remember, and even pass on behaviors. As their name implies, they spend a good deal of time in the air and over the water. As water represents emotion and air intellect, they are seen as flying high above the currents of emotion and evaluating situations from a very cerebral viewpoint. So this could be where we have to think outside the box. We get information in, we don't like the way it was presented, so we try to ignore it rather than digging a little bit deeper and reading in between the words to understand what the meaning was for us in particular. A little undiplomatic. Okay, so don't be so serious. Go. I see us. Gliding. Have you ever seen a seagull and they catch the current of the air and they just seem to float in the air? Okay, so it's like going with the flow. And yes, going above our problems, our tribulations, our trials, and looking downward to find the solution that is right for us. We'll get another card here. Why not? And we have the Page of Water next to this. I definitely shuffled them up good enough. The Page of Air and then the Page of Water. And we have the Deer. Now, again, we have another page. So this is very young energy coming out, which means that we're a little bit more gung-ho in going after the adventure, the dream, the desire, because we are youthful and we are young and we don't see the limitations as much as we do as we walk a longer path. So we have, you can expect, you see that? You can expect to kindle a new romantic relationship or close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone or may be invited to a social event. So this could be a new relationship coming in, a relationship from the past presenting itself, a situation that we're being invited to or invited into to meet new people, maybe like-minded people. The page of water is the deer here, so I will hold that up. We have a fish jumping in the background. A fish jumping in the background. Reminds me of my creek right now, so it'll be another month or so, but what happens is we get an influx of carp coming into the creek because it's warmer here than it is in the river and much warmer than the lake where they usually hang out. But they come into the creek in order to, meet a spouse, meet a girlfriend, catch up, connect with another carp. And what they do is they throw themselves up in the air and they come down and they body slam the water, and it's just a big boom, right? A big splash. And then they listen intently for a fish to do the exact same thing down the ways on the other side of the shore, and then they'll slowly swim to each other and keep jumping and body slamming the water so that they can find each other in the water. It's kind of, so the creek is alive with, and they're kind of big fish, right? So it's kind of cool. But here we are with the page of water and the deer that we should be talking about, not the carp that popped into my head. A highly emotional experience, gentle and kindness, seeking out spiritual understanding, innocence and grace. Someone new enters your life. A relationship might be romantic or very intimate, but a platonic one. You may receive an unexpected emotional message or be invited to a social event, and you should go. Deer can also indicate the beginning of new spiritual insights or an increase in intuitive abilities. The deer can represent a sensitive, open-hearted, and caring person. She's very inexperienced with, yet fascinated by, the world of emotions, and that can make her quite shy. She's highly artistic, tends to love poetry, journaling, songwriting, any form of expressing her feelings. Her intense focus upon her own emotions might mean that she could forget to consider the intellectual side of things. Symbolizing gentleness and innocence, deers are truly beautiful to behold, moving through the forest with the pure grace of a ballet dancer flying across the stage. The sight of them can suddenly make your heart swell with a flood of emotion. Deer remind you to be gentle, not just with others, but also with yourself. And deer, yeah, when I'm driving, I'm always looking, in the back 90 to see if there's any deer hanging out there. In my neck of the woods, there are quite a few, but not as many as other parts of the woods either. And I noticed that in different parts of the world, our deer look a little bit different from each other, but a deer is a deer is a deer. The deer symbolizes good luck as well, but also they were talking about the freedom and the liberation. So this is really about your freedom and the liberation and embracing it in any way that it shows up to you. It might be through somebody else. It might be just through observing our world under new eyes. We'll get one more card here, and we have the Two of Fire. The Pelican shows up. I'll hold him up for a second so you can see him kind of good. We're going to back it up so I can hopefully read the card and you can still see the card. Your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be your best interest. It may be in your best interest to get a partner to assist in your endeavors or expand the number of people helping you. The Two of Fire is about growing the people that are around you. Think of the emperor. The emperor doesn't go out and learn everything that is needed to know about how to build the strategy, how to win the war, how to manifest whatever the king has decided on, or the emperor for that matter. what they do is they surround themselves with people with that kind of knowledge. So they can easily say, okay, I want to do this. So how would we go about doing that? And take in the information. And it doesn't mean that we're going to be applying the information exactly as we were told, but it does give us a little bit more knowledge and understanding. This could also be, you know, volleyball, right? Volleyball isn't too much fun if it's just one person on each side of the net, but you get 6 or 9 people on each side of the net, and boy, do you ever have a fun game. So, you know, the more the merrier, the more the group experience. So, me and you sitting here collaborating, we'd probably come up with some good ideas, but if we team built and had 9 or 10 people around the table and we were all pitching ideas to each other, what could we manifest, what could we grow, what kind of success could we build if we melted all those minds together as one. So the two of fire, and look at that, our seagulls in this one as well, right? Or is that another, I think that's another pelican. Sorry, another pelican. Pelican would be insulted, I think, if I called it a seagull. Okay, so your vision, creativity, and dedication to your cause have brought you great success. In fact, it may be your best interest to get a partner to assist you in your endeavors or expand on the number of people helping you at this time. So it's about your vision, your creativity, and intertwining it with another's to grow it stronger, grow it better, and really bring it into the success it can be. So we got 2 birds and a deer. So we got more of this overlooking energy, going with the flow, riding the waves, so to speak. But yet it's all about new beginnings, new starts, and new ways to step into our path. So, you know, the book was, very simplistic in its writing, which I loved, because if you are kind of new to the tarot cards, this is kind of an interesting way to learn it, and knowing that the 10 of fire is the Saint Bernard dog, and so you envision that Saint Bernard dog. So when you're sitting there with a different deck and you pull out, it wouldn't be the fire, then it would be, what would it be? It would be the wands, right? The 10 of wands. You pull out the 10 of wands. You might know the description better as the Saint Bernard dog, okay? And so that's your key to the Saint Bernard dog. Maybe you start talking about the Saint Bernard dog because he was represented here in the 10 of fire, okay? And telling you, being overworked. Okay, so being overworked, ask for help when you need it, balance between work and play. Okay, and if you can think of the 10 of swords, it's usually somebody laying there on the ground. The swords are either in their back or behind them. My deck I use, they're behind them on purpose, because some cards look like they're a crime scene. They're so brutal with the blood and everything. It looks like there should be little yellow cones on the card as well. But being overworked, we lay there and we are tired, we are exhausted. And the Saint Bernard, what does the Saint Bernard dog do? It goes and finds people. It was used, I believe, in Sweden, if I'm correct, to go in search of people that were covered in snow from the avalanches, and digging them out and providing them, their little thing there, held some whiskey for them to get warm really fast. And, but they were the first responders, so to speak. So know that the first responders are around you during these times that can help you lift yourself back up and get going again when you need to. An incredible deck. I mean, there is a lot of, do they list them here? I wonder. Yeah. Radleigh Valentine, just his decks alone, but he also has books that he's put out too. Beautiful cards, but I was expecting beautiful cards with Radleigh Valentine on the cover. The inside box, they usually have a poem. Yep. You may find wisdom, comfort, and joy on your journey with your animal guides. So beautiful little butterfly in there, and of course the back one just has the butterfly. Can you see that there? So if you enjoyed this, wonderful. Leave me some comments. Let me know what I didn't cover enough, what I covered too much of, a way that you might want me to reveal the cards to you. I've got lots of decks to go through, actually. So, and now I'm part of this club. So when Hay House is having new releases, I will probably be one of the first people to be able to give you the answers to what the secrets are within the deck and unveil the deck for you in a way that you can get a really good sense of, will this card deck work for me in my life? Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.